Yeah, so it's day 2 officially of building, right? Today. It's like 3 a.m. I've done a lot of things. I've read all about retail, successful case studies and workflows and all of that. And especially, I finally set up all the DMARC and um, DMARC records and ensured MX records and all the other four are configured correctly on my three domains. 47 second lead, call your lead, and instantic.com. And I made 6 total email accounts using Zoho because it was cheaper compared to Google Workspace, and I've put them into Instantly, which is crazy. For each account, you have to manually go in and set up IMAP and POP services like SMTP and IMAP. It's a tedious process, man, and especially when you've created these accounts in like a Jiffy and you don't have all the passwords in an Excel sheet. So if anyone's doing this, especially using Zoho and not some provider like Google Workspace, which you can directly import into, or not buying pre-warmed up emails or domains from Instantly directly, then I recommend that making an Excel sheet with all your accounts and their passwords on hand. Um, because you need to physically go in and copy paste everything into Instantly, and once you click on, like once you put an IMTP with the appropriate port and password and SMTP, sorry, IMAP and SMTP, and then you click connect, you get a tick mark, but you still stay on the screen where you have to fill all the details. There's no redirection to the old screen showing it's confirmed. You have to click back 2-3 times, you get into an accounts page, you refresh the accounts page, and then you see your email appended. So it's like kind of confusing for the first couple times, and it's a repetitive process. Such a big AI agent company couldn't figure fucking front end out. Put that in. Warming up is started. I think I'm gonna let it warm up for 21 days, but I'm gonna start slowly sending cold emails on like day 14 or so, like 2 weeks after. And from tomorrow, I'll finish the retail agent. I'm gonna do a copywriting course or something like that. I'm gonna write a bunch of copies, make sure that 70 words, less than 70 words is included, all of that. Ensure that I'm more articulate in my speaking, and also do a bunch of sales tutorials, because whenever I do end up getting on sales calls, which would be one-to-one sales calls and not workshops, because I evaluated the difference, and like Instantly has its own guide suggesting, and even Alex Hormozy, they'll send an email, get you on a workshop. It's a one-to-many sale, and there's not this looming pressure of selling someone when it's one-to-one. And in one-to-many, it's like you're providing value to an audience of 50 people, and whoever engages in your workshop is basically an interested lead automatically. Like, very high likeliness to convert, and for 1 hour you get 50 times the return, compared to one-to-one workshops. All of these good points, but as a solo person, getting people on workshops, managing all of that, handling objections. If I do manage to get 50 people in a workshop and somebody objects or has a question on the live workshop and I fumble, because I'm not articulate enough, because my accent sounds too Indian, I'm not statesy enough, it's going to be problematic and I'm going to lose all 50 leads. But let's say for the first 30 workshops, sorry, one-to-one sales call, I keep fucking up, and taking notes and like journaling and ensuring that I'm improving. On the 31st, I'm sure to convert, because like it's an incremental progress or graph, even if it's linear, even if it's non-linear and it goes like this, there's still a point where I'll improve, right? Perhaps exponentially. um, so like, yeah, that's the whole point. Other than that, i I think I should also focus on making content like these. All of these videos are, I'm keeping them unlisted, like uploading them on YouTube, so the timestamps and all are linked for anyone watching in the future, but not making them public, because of this whole thing called Nazar and some events that happened in my life, especially recently and this year, which have kind of steered me off the path of completely building this in public end to end, to more like, after this is all successful, making all the videos public, but ensuring I'm recording in the state of mind of each day. So all of the videos are true, um, I'm not recollecting, like after 90 days, I'm not recollecting what I did each day. Instead, I'm just recording on that specific day to ensure that the experience is more authentic for anyone watching later. But marketing, it's a base requirement for every like business. Selling yourself is the need. So I'm going to start posting either weekly or something on LinkedIn, something like I'm 20 from Pune I work at IIT Bombay. I'm building this insane AI startup. These are my predicted financials. This is my TAM. If any real estate agents are on here, can you comment what do you think of my idea? Progress on my agent, like next videos would be progress on my agents, maybe a recording of a Zillow lead being called within 47 seconds, and then like 47-second lead.com shows up, all of that. Also for Zoho, I don't know how much this matters, but I did do this, so that can be like a footnote for someone. For the 6 email accounts I created, all with like US names and everything, the first problem I ran into on Zoho actually was I got a box saying that create a super admin account needed to create your other accounts. And I had bought a Zoho plan for 6 members. So I thought I'd create a super user account which would allow me to create the 6 user accounts because that's what it said on the goddamn box. But turns out, so what I did was to ensure that I don't confuse all of these, I named my super admin account Viraj dash admin at callyourlead.com, and callyourlead.com was the default domain, that the first domain I set up in Zoho, which I want to be my primary domain. Okay, so it turns out that that is included, that super admin is included as part of your 6 accounts. So I contacted, like later when I had issues with D DMARC and DKIM things with Zoho, even though I had TTL set and everything, because Zoho Namecheap had problem with 2048 bits DKIM. But after I contacted support, they told me that instead use 1024 bits. And then in the same conversation, I asked the support guy, ki like, hey man, this is how I messed up with my email. So he said, there's a process you can follow to change that Viraj dash admin into something that you want. So I did that. Now my point is, for all 6 accounts, what I've done is I've used Gemini to generate pictures of people. So one is like there's a black um, person, there's a white person, there's a Chinese person, there's a female, there's some like a MAGA supporter and a Democrat, all of that. Um, I've generated these profile pictures of them in different scenarios or different scenes, and I've tried to go off of their name, like you know, Dave is like an executive vibe and stuff like that. So I've put these profile pictures as like the profile pictures on Zoho email accounts, and I'm pretty sure that these profile pictures are seen to the senders. So as of I don't know how much that, if that's gonna help, if that's gonna negatively affect my emails, because some system starts detecting AI generated profile pictures, um, and pushes those emails in spam or something like that. I don't know what it's gonna do. I just thought it was cool if somebody sent me an email and they had a profile picture that, sorry, I think that these real estate agents in US, maybe they're like mid 40s vagera, so they wouldn't have really that like keen of an eye to detect if the generated image is AI in a profile picture. But having an AI generate, having some US based person who kind of fits their social circle per se might improve my sales. That was what my chain of thought was. So that's day 3. I'm gonna build my agents now, man. Yeah, man. I hope you stay blessed and succeed in your business. And I hope that my this eye is the same size as this eye, and this isn't bigger than this, which looks kind of weird. Bye bye.